eyes are not deceiving you. I'm not wearing the trademark's review shades. And why not? Well, let's just say 3 times in a row, people. 3 times. It's been forever since Oda has made me this excited. And frustrated at the same time. Most of the time he just had made me frustrated. Because the whole Cake Island arc was complete trash. There had some good moments, but it had more trash than it had good moments. To be frank, I felt Dressrosa arc was better than that one. So what I meant to say is, 3 chapters in a row, and of course now we're gonna have a break. Uda has really brought the what the hell is happening? So I'm taking these glasses off, or not even having them on from the beginning. Yes, because it's just that type of chapter. Yes, the One Piece chapter 908. The Angram fan here to bring you it, or to give you my reaction and everything on it. First of all, Olympus Arcs continues. At 3 p.m. he's drafting behavioral guides for his pirating. Wonder what that means. Columbus is near. Given how Columbus stands on the feet, maybe that really is a girl. So either way, Shirahoshi's wounds are healed thanks to Manchuri. And it's worth noting that the world's biggest princess and the world's smallest princess are actually meeting. That is actually very funny. So one can really say. A lot of the different kingdoms... Uh, along with the many different kings left, but well, that's what's just happened. Neptune finally calmed down and said that there are good humans and bad humans. However, uh, he also says that if there will be a dispute if this keeps on happening. So here's the awesome part. Mio's guard says that he will be alongside Princess Shirahoshi, and if any one of his other people tries to do anything, he will grant them permission to fight back. Meaning, what I meant to say is, if any other disgusting world novel tries to pull anything, Mio's guard, a celestial dragon himself, will give the guys permission to beat the world novels up, because he, Mjolsgard, will take full responsibility. He is basically bending the perfect rule here. You cannot lay your hand on a celestial dragon because they are invincible. However, a celestial dragon giving an order to lay a hand on another one is a different story. It also seems for some strange moments that Pell actually left Vivi's side. That puts once again Pell's loyalty in question. Either way, Cobra has apparently a meeting with Fujitora and King Riku. Very likely gonna discuss the Shibukai system, since King Riku and Cobra have in common is the fact that a Shibukai nearly destroyed their countries. And Fujitora himself said that the Shibukai system it doesn't matter anymore. Then later on we see another entrance in the Holy Land. Apparently a free guarded gate, the Celestial Dragon Gate, and we see an old hag queen called the Queen Dowager Kani or whatever of the Sorbe Kingdom. She's warned that she cannot enter the area of the world novels. But then the slaves carry Charlos back into the gate, and the queen uses that opportunity to get in once the guards get distracted when Saint Rosward appears. And who is he riding? Oh, world novels, you just stooped even lower. And to be frank, this also puts Vegapunk's question in question. Because again, Vegapunk, we need to meet that guy. We need to see where does he stand on morality, or is he above every kind of morality? As you all remember, he turned Kuma into a weapon of the world government, and he was the one who erased Kuma's memory. And Kuma is now a pet slave of the entire world novels. And given to the fact that he's a turned complete and utter pacifista, he will not talk back, he will not cry, he will not even proclaim he has pain. Basically the perfect slave for the world novels. So what I meant to say is, did Vegapunk just trade away Kuma? Granted, Kuma is a weapon of the government, so technically Vegapunk doesn't have any control of this situation. I'm just saying, where does Vegapunk stand in all of this? Would he have agreed with this? Or was this the deal? Either way, just seeing Kuma, cyborg and no longer in the personality as he is going on all four, and being so much broken with so many different things is utterly sad. And it's even revealed an even stranger moment that apparently the warlord Kuma, Bartolomeo Kuma, was not only a former executive of the Revolutionary Army. Well, we knew that. But what I meant to say is, apparently, he was the former king of the Sorbe Kingdom. Okay, this just turned even more strange. Just how is a pirate a king? Or could it have been Kuma was a king, the world government destroyed his kingdom, he was a survivor, he became a pirate, and that's why he joined the revolutionary, because he wanted to have the revenge on the government. But for some reason, the government found out who he really was, and then made an example of him by turning into a pacifista. But the stranger part is that the queen, Connie, changes her appearance to a young woman, revealing that she is actually Yurulibani. Is this implying that the Queen Connie didn't exist and it was Yurulibani all this time? Or is this meant to say that she has impersonated her? Either way, she is, for some strange reason, she is here. She's apparently not working for the world. No, the. Sorry. The revolutionary. So she is the only wild card here. In fact, don't get me wrong, Yul Urbani is not on my favorite worst generation list. Mostly because I cannot read her. She's a glutton and a filthy one, and it's not even clear yet what kind of pronouns she has to me. But what I meant to say is, it's clear she hates the government. In fact, I'll say she hates the government just as much as Trafalgar Law does, because in the Trafalgar Law did not like the government because of what they did to his hometown. But Jubilee Bani, her past is currently in a mystery. It's worth noting that Akainu for some reason actually knew of her, and she didn't even have a high bounty at that time. So yeah, is it possible that Jubilee Bani really is connected to the Soviet Kingdom? Because once she sees Bartolomeo Kuma, she begins to cry. And she cried when Whitebeard also died, or was about to die. And she was hunting Blackbeard. So, so yeah, where those Uralibanis stand in all of this? But the revolutionary, of course, they are not happy hearing about what has happened to Kuma, because apparently, thanks to Morley's devil fruit, they are hidden underground the Holy Land. And Sabo is especially pissed off because Kuma was a gentleman, and we actually see a picture with Kuma smiled. Huh, that was unexpected. But they all know that they cannot just do this like this. And Karasu, Sabu, Lindbergh, and Morley, those are the confirmed revolutionary here. So I'm actually finding it pretty strange that of all the commanders, there was just one that stayed behind. But I think Dragon is here as well. I mean, come on, he must be here. But he's not with them. So that means he's somewhere else. So they all mention that they want to help Kuma, but they know that they just cannot do that because after all, Kuma has become a weapon. And it's Lindbergh who confirms the strange part about apparently that he was a king of this country, and and he was made to be an example of the countries that go against the world government. So is Sorbe Kingdom another kingdom that was destroyed by the Bastakal, similar to the you know uh, Ohara, or is there something else? Again, there is some puzzle pieces missing here that I do not, or maybe they are already there. It's just that I don't understand them. But the revolutionaries are clear to succeed. Whatever success they are doing, we do not know. They said they were going to declare war on the celestial dragons. They didn't really mean if that war was now. Given how many superpowers there are, I highly doubt just 4 revolutionaries, as powerful as they are, can possibly cause a massacre. Oh yeah, another thing that I forgot. It is actually confirmed that Saint Mjosgard really has done a heel face turn because according to Rosward, he hasn't had a slave for years, meaning that after Queen Otohime made him kind, he let all of his slaves go. Granted, he couldn't erase their markings, but he let them all go, and he hasn't had a slave since. That confirms it. Mio's god really has changed. Either way, the meeting of all the kings go, and they are actually also talking about Straw Hat Luffy. Many of them, of course, talk about Strange and wondering if they're going to go after Kaido next. Oh, you kings, you need to know that Straw Hat Luffy is not your enemy. The world government is. Because the ending of the chapter, oh my god, the ending of the chapter, my friends, just like the other two so far, is a shock. Well, maybe not that much of a shock, but it was unexpected. But it also is that question, that very, very big question. Just how far is the world government willing to go for their lies? Again, there are some puzzle pieces missing here. But it's always been clear that the world government, and especially the Gorosei, are corrupt. And they are dirty. They do not care about what is good or evil. All they care about is themselves. Now that it's confirmed that the Five Evil Star, aka the Gorosei, are celestial dragons, then it only makes sense. But they justify it that they must do it because of corruption in the world. But what they say next contradicts everything they have been talking about so far. So to me, this is not about order, nor about balance. It's none of that. It's just about we need to be in power. Nothing else, nothing more. But the kings have all gathered. The kings and queens have all gathered. We see all the different kings and queens, even though we don't know how many. And I cannot really count how many there are either. But now they're gonna discuss the materials of this world. So well, who will see? And then the Gorosei, wielding mantles for the first time, walk. And here is the crummy part. They hear that Cobra wants to have an audience with them, and they call his family traitors. Given that they are celestial dragons, it only makes sense for them to do that. But they're also talking about the Big Mom and Kaido incidents, and it's been 2 years since the Summit War, and that there are disturbance in the waves. But what the samurai Gorosei says next is the most ominous. The balance of the world cannot be maintained forever. It seems there is a world need for a great cleansing. Okay, what kind of cleansing? A massacre of innocent kingdoms just because they are questioning what you are doing? But that, my friends, is not the most shocking ones. No, the shocking is we are once again seeing that mysterious person, whatever if it's a man or a man. It's apparently has had a field time tearing through Blackbeard and Luffy's Ponte poster, and has a poster of Shirahoshi that he has skewered. So when I saw that, I immediately began to think, wait, does he know that Shirahoshi is Poseidon? Or does she know something else? Either way, this mysterious person that another person calls Im, that is ironically inside a beautiful room of flowers, walks to the empty throne, holding a picture of Vivi, and sits on it! No, not the picture, the throne! The throne that was meant to be the throne no one sits on because everyone is equal. Someone sits on it, and the five elders bow before this man, akin to a scene where Don Quixote, Don Flamingo's underlings bowed to him. If this is the most corrupt thing ever, either only the higher ups knows the truth, or the government really is lying about the unity, because there really is a king, a hidden king, given to the fact that we have yet to see this person's face. It only makes sense that there is a hidden king, and the Gorosei are very likely Im's eyes and ears. Im very likely never leaves this place because of some things. But the Gorosei are his or hers, well, let's just say his eyes and ears. They listens to what he has to say. And in fact, they're even worshipping him like a god, saying that light that needs to be extinguished from history. Have you decided who should be it? If you have, please tell me their names. It's very likely he's gonna talk about Luffy. And he's also gonna talk about the Fisherman Island. Because that's Straw Hat, the prophecy. Who is this Im? Or whatever his name is. Is it possible that this is a person connected to the Void Century? I mean, there were some theorists that said that maybe the Ope Ope no Mi was once upon a time used to make someone immortal. And if Im is that immortal, then things have just really taken a very dangerous turn. We fought the Gorosei, the Blackbeard, and the Celestial Dragons were gonna be one of those main antagonists. But now it implies this has been a hidden antagonist all this time. I'm just saying, mind blown. Am I right? Just what is happening? Who is this Im? And is it likely that he is the national treasure that Don Flamingo talked about? Granted, however, a living person can't be a national treasure, but the way the Gorosei, who are celestial dragons themselves, bow to him is similar to how you bow to a god, and the celestial dragons consider themselves god at the same time. So it wouldn't surprise me if Im is the treasure, the most important thing in the world, a national thing. And if you think about it, he sits on the empty throne, the throne no one is supposed to sit on because everyone is equal. If the world knew the truth, because I highly doubt anyone besides the Gorosei and the celestial dragons knows the truth. If they know the truth, that there is a king of the world government, the world government would truly, truly, truly be in hot water. Because the amount of faith, I think even the Marines would question them after that. So yeah, the Gorosei are planning something ominous. They are intending to do something. King Cobra is going to talk to them privately. I have a high feeling they're going to assassinate him. Whatever is happening, this solidifies the Gorosei as the worst antagonist I've ever seen. Not the worst in bad, but the fact that they are so evil, so corrupt. They don't care about balance. It's all about their power. But 3 chapters in a row, I give you credit, Oda. I haven't been this excited for a One Piece chapter in forever. Alas, no One Piece next time. But we can only look for more. So give me a thoughts if you have any.